Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it is Forgotten Friends Friday. And what we're going to do today is we're going to revisit this Forgotten Friend Friday, or Forgotten Friend. We're going to do a hidden spine, which I haven't done for a while. So that's kind of a forgotten friend too. We're going to kind of work on finishing this up, maybe even get in our signatures and that sort of thing. So let me say hi and hugs first to Marcia, Christine, Denise, and Carrie. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Now I have to tell you, don't fall off your chairs, but my construction guy's here. He's like here with a hammer and everything. So he's starting to tear apart the deck. So if you hear some banging in the background, that's what that is. Hopefully it won't be too distracting to me or you. So, okay. So what I've done is I took a little piece of garbage card stock, and we're going to make this our template. This is a strip of the Blue Fern Studios paper, which is very thick. So I think that should be okay for the spine. You know, now that I'm saying that, I think I'm gonna grab some chipboard to put on that. I do think I'm looking around to see if I have anything within reach, and maybe I do. Here. I'm going to use the back of this. I think it might not hurt to strengthen it a bit. So there you go. Make do with what is in, within reach. That's what I say. So I'm just going to cut this off, and then we'll cut it to size and stuff. I might use that for something. Better keep it. You never know. Okay, let's straighten this out a little bit. Okay, and then I am just going to cut this the same size, maybe slightly smaller than that. Okay, what did I do with my pencil? I put it back. And this layer is just going to be to strengthen, to make sure that the part that's holding the signatures is good and thick and it won't tear out or anything. So I'm just reinforcing is all I'm doing here. I don't need that on there. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do this thing. So, good tag base. It seems that our construction company had to go out of town to find somebody to do the work on the deck. Can you believe that? So this guy, he drove from Three Forks, which is, okay, that's going to go like that just to reinforce it. So that is good and thick. So let's just glue that. Let it dry for a bit. Yeah, so anyway, let's see. It's probably 45 minutes, maybe even an hour from here, the town where he lives. So he's going to have road time. So what's going to happen? But he said that our general contractor guy is paying him for mileage and everything, so that's good. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, the construction world these days is crazy. And he said he's got a lot of business. So his town is on the way to Bozeman, where my daughter lives, and he said he's got a lot of business there, but he said he'd rather work here. So Okay, so there's that. We're going to set that aside to dry. Meanwhile, we're going to work on our little spine, our little template, let's say. And it is 1 3/4. So I'm gonna say the middle is, let's see how tall it is. It's 9, right? Yeah, because that's what I would have done. So 4 1/2. This is the middle right there. Okay, but let's make sure. Let's go right here. So this is going to be our middle. Okay, and I want to go about 1 inch down and 1 inch up from the bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be, it's a hidden spine. You're not going to see you're not going to see the stitching or anything, but I still want it to be that. The one thing I do get persnickety about is my sewing in, because it's really important, you know. If you're not sewn in properly, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to draw a line here and you'll see why in a second. Some of you have been with me for a while, have seen me do this before. If you search Gail Augustinelli Hidden Spine, there's lots of videos out there. But we're gonna do another one. So let's see, on this side, I think I'm gonna go at 1/2 inch. And then that leaves a little room on the edge. My husband's up there cooking, and I know what he's doing. He's cooking / keeping an eye on the guy. It's working. Okay, so those will be our 3 signatures there. Yes, right here. Okay, then I'm going to take my awl, grab that, and we're going to poke holes in this. Okay, I'm just going to poke them where I've put my dots. Like that. Okay, so that's our template. Now, what I'm going to do is take our hidden spine here, and I'm just going to put it right on top of it, and I'm going to mark the holes. And hopefully we'll be able to see them. Sometimes with the pattern on the paper, it's tricky. So we'll just, oh yeah, I can see them. Okay, awesome. So we're going to poke holes in that too. I think I'm going to just take a little book to, you can tell this was my thing that I poked into before I got my, my wonderful little book cradle from Amy at Crafty Cat. So I'm just going to put holes in my spine. Like so. And just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch like I always do. I have looked at the fancy book binding and thought, oh, do I want to learn that? I don't really. Sewing in the signatures is kind of, I feel like for me, it's utilitarian. It has to be done, but it's not something I enjoy. So there's that. Okay, so now we're going to take, here's our 3 signatures. Let me just grab these. Here's our 3 signatures, right? So first, second, third. I'm going to start with my third because it's just easiest that way. And we are just going to open this out. I'm going to grab my clips and we'll clip it as per usual. And really the thread that I use for this is not going to matter because once again it's not gonna show. So we have a fairly 2, 4, 6, and this one. I think that's going to be enough pages with the decorating that we're going to want to do, because we're going to want to play with all the decorations, and I don't want the book to get too thick, you know. So, okay, now our template's going to come in handy. Once again, I'm going to move this because we don't really need it for a little bit here. Okay, so here's our template. I've been using this as the top, so I'm going to go ahead and put a T on it just so I don't mess myself up. Let's just make sure, yep, that lines up perfectly with this one. So this is where our lines come in handy. So we are going to lay this down. Now, again, the pages aren't going to be as tall as the book, right? But we kind of want the pages to be centered within the cover. So I'm going to put a little line right here. This little line is going to indicate top of our page, so that all the pages will be exactly in line and exactly the same. So we've got our little line. We've got our lines where our holes are. So now I'm just going to put a little dot at each line. Okay, we can set that aside. Let's grab our book cradle from Crafty Cat. I'll try and remember to link her Etsy shop. And we're just going to poke our holes in the third one. Okay, so now I'm going to sew that to the hidden spine. So let's see, what do I want? What do I have lots of? Well, I think we'll just use this. And just as always, you're going to take 3 lengths of your thread, 3 page lengths. 1, 2, 3. I haven't even grabbed my scissors out yet this morning. How's that? Okay, I need my needle. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to go in the last holes, because this is the third signature, right? So we're just going to go through the middle. like so. It's a little tricky to hold everything until you get kind of some weight on it. Okay, then we're going to go back through our spine on this side. Oh, we've got saw noise happening. Can you hear that? I'm so happy, you guys. Did I tell you I was filming? Yeah, I was filming, and I was starting this video actually, and the doorbell rang, and Mike was at Walmart getting bungee cords because our gate has gone crazy in the wind and the cold. It kind of, then it doesn't latch properly and the gate would bang. So anyway, okay, I got that through my thread, so we're gonna do it again because that will not do. You can't catch your thread or you can't tighten up, and that's gonna make a bad spine. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my little end. Let me get that on the other side. Hold my little end and pull as tight as I can and go kind of at an angle. I think I did okay that time. Yes, okay. And then we're going to go into our last hole. Yeah, so anyway, I had to stop my video. Well, did I not get that all the way through? I did not get that a good enough hole. Okay, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so I had to stop my video, go out, tell him all the stuff I needed him to know. And yeah, so, oh, but he's here. Can you believe it? Okay, now we're pulling tight on both strings so that it's going to be nice and tight on this side, right? Oops. And then I'm going to go on the other side, just like sewing in any other signature. Okay, we'll give that a double knot. And give it a tie, because it's going to live inside this envelope once we get to working on the inside of the journal. Okay, so there's the first one on. And okay, then we'll take the middle signature here, get it prepared. This one's going the opposite way. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, very nice man. I chatted with him for a while. He said he likes to come to Helena because we're nice here. I said, well, thanks. And I mean, it's cold out there. It's only 16 degrees. It's snowing. And he's out there tearing out our deck. I appreciate, oh, we got to mark it. I appreciate that there's folks that will work in this kind of weather. Okay, so I've lined up the top, and then I'm going to put a dot there. And one here. And one here. Okay, now poke the holes. Do it all over again. Gosh, he was telling me that he's renting an apartment in this little town that he's in, and he said it's a converted apartment that used to be a beauty salon, and he said it's totally 60s, 70s on the inside. He said, you know, they made it into an apartment, but it's they didn't update the decor at all. And he said Janis Joplin could have just been there. Cracked me up. Anyway, nice guy. Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going in the middle, right? I've been getting some requests for multi-signature journals, and it just happens that we're making one here. So yeah, it's kind of, I love doing this start to finishes because I feel like we're working on it together. I've been thinking about this journal, and I think what I'm going to do, you know, over on my Patreon, the VIP patrons, which is the highest level of support. Oops, see, I went through the string. Okay, I think I got it that time. Twice a year, I give a journal away to those folks. Do a drawing, you know, and give a journal away. And I think this might be the one for this December. There we go. Okay. Here's number 2. Are we nice and tight? We're nice and tight. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. Okay. Double knot, bow. Okay. There's number 2. Yeah, so anyway, he was laughing about it. He said it's his bachelor pad, so it doesn't matter, but he said it's hilarious. He said he feels like a real throwback. Okay, so there we are so far. We've got our 2 in. Now we'll do the front one. So, yeah, I was like, ooh, I'd love to see it. But it's kind of cool. Okay. So I guess he's not being too noisy out there. Just every now and again, he had to shovel off a ton of snow. I felt bad. He said, oh, I'm originally from South Dakota. The cold doesn't bother me. He said, I'd rather have cold than hot. And I said, well, me too. I get that. You can always put on more layers. It's a little more difficult to shed layers. Okay, so top. Line it up at the top of the page. And dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. So the other forgotten friend, besides the hidden spine, we are going to do at the very end, because it's going to have to dry, and it will, you know, it will stop work on this journal for the time being. So yeah. So tomorrow for Scrappy Saturday, I think we're going to take some of the scraps that we've already created from just creating the cover and stuff and make some ephemera. I think that, because I want to just keep going on this project, but fit it in kind of to the theme. So I think that's what we might do for that. Okay, last one going in. Okay, I'll leave a little string to hang on to here. And this one. Sorry if I was out of camera. I was trying to see where I'm sticking my needle in here. Oh, goodness. It's getting heavy. Okay. All right. So there's that one. Now, let's see if I can wrestle it to get it nice and tight so that I don't. I think I did it. I think I did it without splitting the string. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, I am a stickler for a tightly and properly sewn in signature. Early on, I bought a few journals that were just like, oh my gosh, the pages are wobbly and falling out, and I was so sad because I liked the journals, but it was like they weren't well constructed, I guess is what I would say. So I've always made it a point to make sure my signatures are nice and tight. Keep your signatures tight. That's what Gail says. Okay, cool beans. Now we've got those in. And take this off. So we've got our signatures onto our hidden spine. Now we just have to put our hidden spine in the book. So let's do that. So see, isn't that cool? All sewn in. Boom. What do? We are now going to get this into our book like so. So I am going to use Fabri-Tac, which is my go-to. It holds. I'm comfortable with it, so that's what I'm going to use. And we're going on to the muslin, so it's probably a good idea. Oh, excuse me. Just a little sneezy. I have a lovely candle burning in my craft room. I have it over on my cabinet that has my pre-made covers because it's empty at the top and I want it as far away from any paper as possible. So I am being extremely generous with the Fabri-Tac here. And I'm going up the strings just to see if that doesn't just hold them even better. Yeah, I'm being real generous with the glue, but you know, I don't think you can have too much when you're doing this. Okay. All right. So now we need to pop that on here, and I want to make sure that I'm folding well. Okay, that's being a bit of a bugger. Okay, we got that. All right. Okay. Make sure it folds up. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to clamp that here. And I'm going to clamp it on the bottom. Like that. And, ooh, that just popped right out. Doesn't want to stay. Maybe I just need a different clamp. Oh, there goes that one too. There's just not enough room apparently. Okay. In that case, I'm going to try a smaller one. Got a couple of small ones. Maybe they'd do better. Yeah, I think that's going to stay on there. Okay, just going to clamp that. I'm going to go in and just press in the middle. I hope you can see that. Okay, now I'm going to close it up. Close it up, and I don't know that my book weight is enough. I want it to stay closed. Let's see, what could I do? What could I put on it? That'll work. Okay, and I'm going to set it aside, and we're going to do something else. I'm going to get tidied up here, and what I want to do is pick out lace for the edges of the pages. So we'll just tidy up our signature sewing in. So if you've never seen a hidden spine, that's what we got. And then on the outside, you won't see any strings or anything because it's all sewn in to the piece that we did. Okay, and then we are done with our template as well. So, okay, all of this can go away, and I want to look at laces. Okay. Sorry, guys. But tidying is part of the process. Okay, I have a little spot where I keep all these, and then I can use them for another book if we need to. Okay, so lace-wise, these are the laces that came. These are the 86 and 87 are the ones that came with this collection. I have this beautiful piece of lace that is from Mixed Media, Minnesota, because they had the December kit was this same collection. Now, let's see here. Hang on. Maybe it's in here. I have more lace from Blue Fern, but that's not in there. Goodness gracious. Here it is. There it is. Okay. So I have more Blue Fern lace, and so I thought, why not see what we have that might go. I mean, this would, that'd be nice on the edge. Look at this one. This is, okay, so this one's 77, this is 76. And that would be really fun on the edge, wouldn't it? Okay, cool. Then not these, okay. And then what else do I have over here? This is too wide, I think. Too wide and too thick, but it might make a nice belly band. So we'll keep that handy. And then these little trims, I don't think any of those will go well on the edge. So I'm going to take artistic license and go into my regular laces and see what I might have. Okay. So, I have, you know, these spindles, which are wonderful. I mean, I love this. But I don't know about having it hang over. Okay, any of these would be great. I don't think I want white. So I might use a couple of those. This one to me doesn't feel like an edge page, a page edge type of lace really, but on those pieces of music, it might, because I had like an edge on those, so that might work. Okay, so I think I have plenty to work with here. So let's go ahead and cut them. Really, I'm just kind of pacing time, waiting for that spine to dry. I don't want to take that off too soon. So let's do 8.5. So about right here. Ooh, he's doing something out there, guys. Do you hear that? That's his saw. So I've got 2 that are the right size, one that's a little bit short, but we'll use those. Okay. And then this we should have quite a bit of. So I'm just using my mat and cutting these at 8.5. Gosh, I can't believe they're actually doing the deck, you guys. It was so funny. I was talking to my friend. We were messaging back and forth this morning, and she said, "Any news on your deck?" Nope. And then I start to film, and Mike's not here, and he comes. That's a Murphy's Law sort of thing, isn't it? Okay, so we're gonna have enough for 4 of these. So we got some statistics back from Addie's volleyball, so I have to share that. And she was 2nd in the state with assists, which means, you know, when she sets the ball, it gets killed. That's an assist. So she was 2nd in the state behind the setter whose team won the state title. So I was excited for her about that. Nice, sweet girl. Okay, so now this one I have quite a few of, I think. Okay, 8.5 is right here. Okay, we'll just get these all, and then it'll just take a minute to glue them all in. Would it be okay if I do that off camera? I don't know. The one thing that's, I suppose, kind of interesting is just deciding placement, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how quickly my cover dries. Okay, so there's 3 of those. So basically I can go 1 in each signature, right? Yeah. Okay. And then I do think I want to use this one. And I'm going to throw away the plastic, but I will make a journal card or something out of that. So that's not going to get thrown away. Okay, this one. Yeah, that'll be cute on the edge of a page, I think. Okay, cool. Gosh, it feels great to be back in the craft room after the Thanksgiving break. I mean, I did do a couple of things yesterday, and so Sunday and Saturday, I did do a few things. I made some clusters. I did some fussy cutting, you know, but nothing too big. Okay, and those were in front of the TV, not in my craft room. Okay, so then those. Okay, I want then I think 2 more laces. I want to see if this one works. How are we doing over here, do you think? I think I'll leave that clipped. And so here's what I was wanted to look at is those music pages. Let me see what time it is. Oh gosh, we got to get on to our other forgotten friend. Okay, So I was thinking on these music pages. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, I'm going to cut that and then we will get busy here. This is definitely going to need a good closure because it is a fatty McFatso already. Isn't this gorgeous? Ooh, this is the right side, I think. So I'd like to get 3 out of this as well. Okay. Or maybe 4. Maybe 4. Let's see. There. And right here. And I'll keep that out. Maybe we can do something on an ephemera piece or something. Okay, I'm going to put the laces aside and we're going to do our other forgotten friend here. I think I'll take some of this as well. I want it to be nice and lacy on the sides. But let's look at what else I wanted to do. So I wanted to put, wanted to put the corners on. So we're going to do that. And then we'll play with what else I wanted to do. Oh my gosh. Those glue dots are ridiculously hard to get off. Okay, so I want to put these on, but now I've bent that from trying to get it off. Okay, so I'm going to put these on because I need to do that before I can figure out this paste stuff. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, well, I almost got the glue in the right spot. Let me grab a paper towel. Okay, I need some under here. Okay, now I need another clamp. Okay. Oop. Guess it doesn't matter that I got a page. Okay. Let's do the other one. I'll do the back ones off camera. That won't be. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So let's do this. I want to do all of kind of the decorating that I want to do before I put on this other stuff. Oh, come on. I need to fill up my Fabri-Tac again. Okay, let's see how that is. Right about there. Probably have the binder clip glued on by the time it grabs. Okay, so we did that. Now, I had a thought. I'm not positive about it, but these little flowers came in the Mixed Media Minnesota kit with this And I was almost wondering about putting that one over the top of that just to give it more dimension. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get that on there. And then we'll look at the paste and see what we want to do with that. Now with the paste, I'm just thinking about the front cover, not the back cover. Okay, so I just kind of want to place that right over the one on the cover. I think that'll be fun. Yes. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking with this is Stampara's Snowflake Paste, Forgotten Friend. Haven't used it in a while. And what I would like to do with it is to go over the edges where you can see the corrugated cardboard a little bit. And just kind of, I don't know, artistically put it on there, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Well, no way to do it but to do it. I'm nervous because I love this cover so far. Okay. But what I was thinking is of kind of just like filling that in-ish. Yeah. Okay, I'm liking that. And then I kind of just want to go on the edges a little bit. This is tedious. I'm so excited to go up for lunch and see what our guy has done. Isn't that so fun? And I really did resist, and I didn't say, it's about time you got here, buddy. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Even though, as I have said before, patience is not one of my virtues. Okay, then I just kind of wanted to put some snow on the top of this. I think it's going to be cool, guys. I was a little nervous because, like I say, I really like the cover. I didn't want to goober it up. And then I just want to go to the corner. What do you think? Can you see? Does it look? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, so now this side is where you can really see the corrugated cardboard, which I will go over where I've got the clips too once I'm convinced that that's dry. I don't know, I was thinking I wouldn't put it on the back only because, you know, as the book is laying and you're writing in it. I was worried that it would, you know, kind of flake off or something. But I might go on the edges like this on the back cover too, but I'll do that off camera since you don't need to watch me do much more than this, I would say, since it is rather tedious. It's so tedious. Oh, you guys, I have a movie recommendation we watched over Thanksgiving at my daughter's house. It's called Spirited, and it's got Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds in it. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. Now, there is some bad words in it. I will say that. But the message is good. And it's, yeah, it was a really cute movie. Okay, I gotta take this off for a second because I'm getting this a little more goobery than I wanted. Okay. Put this on for a second. Okay, so now we can go down this side, or rather, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I don't feel like this is going to, you know, cover up too much of the design or anything. And this is going to need a good bit to dry, so we'll, after we do this, we'll call it a video, huh? Oops. Oops. Don't want it on the, but I wouldn't mind a little right there where the glue is. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to take you off. It seems like the corners are going to stay. Just going to get the rest of this corner filled in. Just like putting frosting on a cake, really. Let's see. So I'm going to try and fill in this too. Gosh, and then you won't even be able to tell that there's cardboard under there. Cool. Okay. And then this side. How we doing? Got about 5 minutes left, right? Yep. Okay. It's like doing brickwork or something, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Got that really well. I guess sometimes some of these little pieces of the project are not the best necessarily for a start to finish because you're kind of watching me do something that's not all that exciting. I'm excited because it means we're that much closer, and I think this is going to be the end of the work on the cover, so that is exciting. Okay, so there's that. Now what I want to do is do the little bit of snow around. I don't want a whole lot there. But I want it chunky and not, you know, not at all straight across. Don't want to cover up Doggy too much there. Okay, so I think we have got it. So there you go. There is our cover, all fini. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me get this journal done. And we will just see you in the next video. Have a grateful day. Bye, everyone.